Howdy there, folks. My name's Steven, and today we're going to take a look at and field test and review the Hawke Sidewinder 30 first focal plane 6-24 by 56 rifle scope. Now, this scope comes with a very nice 30mm main tube. It's made of 6061 aluminum, has a hard anodized finish for rust and corrosion resistance, features a fast focus eyepiece that has a locking diopter ring, and it's rubberized so that if you accidentally scope yourself, it shouldn't hurt you too bad. Has a magnification ring that's very smooth and easy to move, has nice knurling and numeric values on it. Then coming forward, you have an open tactical turret that is locking. To unlock the turret, you pull up on it. It's knurled. It has hash marks every 1/4 MOA, numeric values every full MOA, and 15 minutes of revolution per rotation for both the windage and elevation. To set the zero, you simply remove the top set screw for both the windage and elevation after you've set your zero, and then replace it so that it lines up. The hash marks on the scope body and on the scope turret, or on the turret itself, line up very closely but not always perfectly. The windage turret is also locking and works the same way. The turrets are tactile but not very audible, so that's something to note. The side parallax adjustment's very smooth. It's knurled, so it's easy to grab, and it seems to adjust appropriately. Has a side adjustment illumination dial here that's knurled, easy, and I really like that it has on-off settings, and it adjusts up to 6 brightness settings. And on the brightest setting, it actually is visible even in high light during the day. The reticle in this is a Christmas tree style reticle. It does not have numeric values though, it just has hash marks. One thing that's really unique about this scope, and I really like, is that it has a little window here on the elevation dial, and that keeps track of how many revolutions you've gone on your elevation turret, and it has numeric values. It's very simplistic and easy to use, and it's easier to keep track of how many revolutions you've gone with that. The scope itself is 14.3 inches long. It does come with an included sunshade. It is 27.3 ounces, so not extremely heavy. It has a very generous 4-inch eye relief, which is really what I like to see. That way you can easily acquire your sight picture. If you're shooting it on a Magnum, you don't have to get really in close to it and accidentally scope yourself. So those are great things. It also comes with an index matched large side parallax adjustment wheel for those that want to use it like air gunning or in .22 competition. Anyways, the glass on this is, initial impressions wise, okay. I do think there is better glass in its price class, but it's not terrible glass either. It's fully multi-coated. It's nitrogen purged, so it's fog-proof, waterproof, and it's advertised as being shock-proof. I would say there's a little bit of edge distortion, some resolution loss at the highest setting, and some chromatic aberration. But let's go ahead and test it out starting at 100 yards. And see how it's holding up. I pulled that last shot. All right, so we've taken our first 3-shot group, and it looks like it's about a quarter low and a quarter left. So I made a correction in the dials here, and now we're gonna fine tune it. I'm gonna take one more 3-shot group, and then I'm gonna call that good for today. I can always fine tune that zero in the future. And that, folks, is about a quarter to a half MOA group. It looks like we're very well zeroed. Very pleased with that. So now, all right, folks. So as you can see at 100 yards, this Howa Elevate in 6.5 Creedmoor functions and shoots absolutely fantastic. It's an ultra lightweight rifle, and yet I'm still able to shoot consistently half or sub half-inch groups with factory ammunition. It ejects, it feeds, it extracts, everything flawlessly. Love everything about it. I've had this for about probably over a year now, and it's one of the most accurate rifles I own, and that's including chassis rifles that cost $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. The value with Howa, having had tons of them, is that I've never found a more consistently accurate, functioning, and durable rifle yet on the market at their price point. So anyways, we're going to take this out to 400 yards and see how it does. All right, the Hawke Sidewinder 30 on the Howa Elevate at 400 yards. Side parallax, very smooth. Just a tiny bit of edge distortion, a little tiny bit of chromatic aberration, but not bad, not bad. Pretty pleased with the scope. I do wish the reticle had numeric values and was a little bit nicer, I guess you could say, but it isn't bad. We do have some resolution loss, I guess you could say, or light transmission loss at 400 yards. But like I said, not anything too terrible. I'm going to shoot at the oval first. Then we're going to try the prairie dog out there. That was a first round hit, very first round hit. First shot was a hit at 400. Now let's try the prairie dog. Hit, first round hit on about a 6-inch prairie dog at 400. I'd call that pretty good. All right, folks, out here with the Howa Elevate. Carbon fiber stock, carbon fiber barrel, 6.5 Creedmoor using 143 grain ELDX factory loads with the Hawke Sidewinder 30 scope here, dialed about 18 MOA of elevation, got about a 10-mile-an-hour crosswind here. Look like high left, yep. All right, folks, so in closing, the Hawke Sidewinder 30 appears to be an excellent scope. I really like the features, really like that it has that easy to see and read revolution indicator on the elevation turret. If I had one complaint, it would be that the glass could be a little bit better at its price point. But apart from that, excellent scope. Really like how smooth the magnification dial is, the side parallax, all the dials really function very well. So overall, very happy with this scope. And I look forward to testing it out at further ranges, and I look forward to testing it out at long range or even ELR, so stay tuned for those videos.